welcome to the Wild Ones podcast. I'm so excited. This is our first episode. We are the 3 board members of the Wild Ones fan club. So we decided that maybe it would be fun to talk all things Evan, since we have so much fun on the lives and stuff. So I'm Kara. I run all of the, with these lovely ladies, I run all of this fan club socials. We have a TikTok, we have Instagram, and we have a Facebook. So if you haven't followed us on those, please do. And we'll send it over to Patricia here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Patricia. I'm from California and more close to like the Northern California. So yeah, Destiny.
I am Destiny. I'm from Washington, kind of near Seattle-ish. And so, yeah, I'm excited to be here. This will be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm also from Washington. So I forgot to mention that. Okay, so how did you guys want to say like how you guys found Evan?
So I first found Evan when The Wrong Valentine came out. And so I was like, oh, he's cute, but didn't really pay much attention until oh man, which vertical was it? I think it was, Dear Stranger. That's where I was like, okay. I was
Good
like,
one.
oh, Brad, I love you. So yeah, Brad's my heart.
Yeah, sold it for you.
Yeah. And then I
Oh,
just
he's so good.
went down a hole.
Yeah, that one's so good. I will forever, like, between him and Miles, oh,
Yeah.
everybody knows that love.
Yeah.
All right. Destiny?
I'm trying to think. Well, the ads, obviously, like TikTok ads, completely sucked me in. And I think it was Pucked by My Brother's Rival. And, they play like the best scenes, obviously, for the ads for a reason. And it sucked me in. I was like, I have to see the rest of this now. I can't just not know what happens. So
Yeah.
I went down the rabbit hole. So I watched that one. And then I paid for like all of the other million apps and then tried to find all of the other ones out there. And so I spent a lot of time and lost a lot of sleep because I was like, well, the only time I have to watch it is at night. So here I'm going to be watching all these verticals at nighttime. And then before I knew it, it was like 5:00 in the morning. So yeah.
That was me yesterday.
Yeah. I 100%. I spend a lot of time. Yeah, I watched like Taming the Silver Fox or something like that. That popped up on my Facebook one day. And I was like, well, that guy's cute. And they have like this pretty spicy scene in it. And so I was like, I'll watch that just for the heck of it. And so I watched that one. And then, of course, you have to like pay to have more. So I just paid the $20 for the week or whatever it was. And then I got out of that and I was like, oh, they have like a ton of them. So I just kind of went through and I don't know why, but like Kiss the Wrong Brother came up, or Kissing the Wrong Brother came up. And I was like, dude, that guy's kind of cute. Like, I'll just like check that one out. And so I watched that one. And I was like, okay, I'm sold.
Yeah.
So I literally that day, I was up till like 5 or 6 in the morning watching all of them, like everyone I could find. And then, without even thinking twice about it, within the first month, I spent so much money. I went broke real quick.
Because that's the thing is like I did like the week thing too, and I was like, well, now I only have a week to watch them, so I have to watch them all, so I can hurry and like get my week done, So
yeah, and then it was all over from there. I've ever since, and that was like a couple months ago, so it's only been a few months. But I'm not all the way back to. Me and my best friend were talking about it, and she was like, "Do you remember us watching like that Wrong Brother or Wrong Valentine?" And I was like, yeah, kind of. And because some of the scenes, I was like, man, I've seen this before, like somewhere. And I thought, it's Hallmark. It's kind of all the same, when it comes to that kind of stuff. And so I was like, I probably have seen this, but like, she was like, no, I think I legit remember watching this. And so I, of course, wasn't very interested because back then my life was a mess and I didn't care. But and I was all about Smosh back then. But then, you know, when I realized it was the same person in the wrong brother, I was like, oh my god, what a glow up. Like, what
Right?
like, dang, this kid's got game.
Yeah.
Oh
So it was
man.
pretty funny. I was pretty entertained by it. But I enjoyed every bit of that first month, let me tell you.
It was yeah.
So yeah. Did you guys like move on to like other things after, or was it just kind of Evan for the first little bit? Because that was I was just him for a while. Like, just we were watching all of that for a while. You guys did the same thing.
Yeah, it was only for me. It was only Evan.
Okay,
It's
for
still
listeners, both of them bit their lip and thought about it.
okay, but I have to admit, I still have never watched another vertical start to finish with anybody else other than
What?
Evan.
Really?
I've not, yeah, I've
Really?
started other ones, and then I've obviously watched a lot of ads, but I've
Yeah.
never finished one that didn't have Evan in it.
Oh my
So,
god. We
I
gotta
know.
branch you out, girl. There's some
I
actors you
Yeah.
know. I
I
should, but
watched
for real.
Joseph Purcell's Falling for My Bodyguard last night, like from start
I'm
to
in the
finish.
middle of that one.
I did that one like start to finish. I was like, I can't like stop and then just
Yeah.
wait. I was like, so
Yeah.
I just finished it.
Yeah.
And
I know,
then
streaming like Netflix and stuff, that has made us all like, we can't wait. We're just gonna do it right now.
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Cam, same thing.
Yeah,
Like
Cameron.
all of it.
Yeah.
And Noah.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Alondre.
Noah, he's so
Noah's
cute.
my whole heart, man. Oh,
He's
I love
like
him.
so wholesome and cute, and
he
he
really
also
is.
sings. And I do think he's cute, but
Yeah.
I know I'll watch more.
I know.
Eventually.
We're always talking about Noah. Me and Patricia are always talking about Noah because he's just a whole nother can of worms of
Yeah,
just another guy on another level, you know?
I know. I was real tempted to drive across the border when he was in Vancouver this last week, but I didn't.
I know. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, maybe I should just drive to Seattle and go up there and like.
Yeah, I would have gone with you.
I would have picked you up, girl, for sure.
Yeah, I have Attitude, Heartbeat, and I'm blanking on his other song. Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have those three on my playlist, and they come up a lot.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I know the dude can sing. It's interesting that like a lot of these vertical actors are singers or can sing. You know, like Meg just came out singing. She has a new one coming out that's singing. You know, it's like it's like the Disney star kind of idea, you know, of Hollywood, where like you have to have like certain things. And then I was talking with somebody, a fan, just before on here. She messaged me, and we were talking about how like you have to have like, or maybe it was you guys, I don't know. We were talking about how I never know anymore. I talk to so many people.
I know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
About how like they have to have like the standard of like they have to look good, you know? Like,
oh, it was in the Discord.
That was in the Discord. Okay. Yeah, you have to like look good, right? And so like I just think it's funny because like, you know, you don't know what they all can do until they do it, and then you're like, well, that came out of nowhere. Like,
yeah. Like, I found out he could sing just like it was like not even I think it was a TikTok, but it was just like in passing, something about my song or whatever, and I was like, hold on a second, what?
Yeah. I know. He's crazy. But I think it's cool. I think they all have like, well, at least the ones that we like, they all have like very like a lot of talents, you know? Like I would say like the top ones that we all kind of watch. I mean, I know everybody kind of has their own favorites, like Joseph Purcell and Logan. Nope. It's not Logan. Luke Dodge. You know. There's all these other guys that like everybody has, that are even like Jesse Morales, for those of us that are like in our 40s or whatever. But like I definitely think that like Cam and the main like young guys right now that are in him, you know, or maybe it's just the ones that I get served, who knows? But like those guys, they all can like sing, they all have like incredible bodies. They're, you know, it's like, all right, guys, you're making it difficult.
Yeah.
Stop being so talented. We need other things.
Seriously, I can't spend my whole life going down this rabbit hole forever.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because
That's
then
so
you're
true.
just stuck there for so long.
Yes.
So long.
And then all of a sudden, all these hours go by and you're like, I didn't do
Yes.
anything today.
Yeah.
I need to get
Yeah.
up and I need to do stuff.
Well, for you, I'm sure it's like, wait, I have kids.
Yes, that's why I do it like as soon as they go to bed. Like, yeah,
Exactly. Well, for
yeah,
me, it's like more like I have a job, so I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta work actually. Like, I gotta see
I
if my
know.
client's okay.
yeah,
Like it gets so funny. Sometimes I'll get like, I don't know, 15 minutes or something. I'm waiting for something to boil or waiting for him to go to the bathroom or whatever. And I'll just like watch something really quick, and then it'll be like, I think it's 15 minutes. It's been 30. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, I have a job. That's right. I'm working.
That's why
Well,
I
that's
don't
how I
watch
feel.
any
Like,
of the reels
yeah.
when I'm doing anything because then I'm just gonna get stuck there.
Yeah.
Yes, and they break
It's,
it up into like 500 episodes, and so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna keep going. And then in my head, when I first started watching Verticals, they weren't that long. Like, in my head, I was like, they're mini movies, or,
yeah.
like they're
Yeah,
short, like TV show length, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, these are like full length. Like an hour and a half just went
Yeah.
by, and I thought it
Yes.
was only gonna be like 40 minutes.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It'll
100%. That's
say
what I
like
thought
49
too.
minutes, but then with the
Yeah.
commercials or having to like
Yes.
wait for the ads, like it just takes
Yep.
so much longer.
Yeah.
It really does. Yeah. It's so, and that's how they suck you in, man. It's so
Hmm.
crazy to me.
Yes.
So, I also wanted to go over the fan club. So if nobody knows, Evan has deemed all of his fans wild ones, which I think is hilarious because he's just as wild as the rest of us. And so I thought it was kind of fitting. So we do have like a fan base or a fan club, and so there is a Discord, which I will make sure in the comments I will put in the description all of the links for that. And then I'll also put our links for the TikTok if you have one, the Instagram if you have one, and the Facebook. I happen to do all of those and do all of the content for that. And so like I try my best to get back to everybody and try to respond to everybody, and you're more than welcome to DM me in there, like anything. Like it's a friendly place, it's a safe place, and we're all here to just love on our favorite dude. So if you haven't joined any of those and you have any of those three things, please follow them. And we would love to have you part of the fan base. The Discord is just amazing. If you don't know who
Discord's
It
a
Evan
busy
Moore is,
place.
yeah,
Yeah.
is
it's
very
busy.
busy.
You can get lost real quick. A lot of people in there, and we talk a lot all day long. So don't be offended if you like miss conversations. This is gonna happen because all of us can't be in there 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and it's
Seriously.
like 2 days worth, and I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna catch up."
no
I
way.
tried,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
like, "No."
I'm
I
missing
know.
9 hours, and I was like, oh my god. I tried to go to the top of like where I had commented last. Never found it. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
I did
that's
the
gone.
same thing. I was
I
like,
was
well,
in
because
there till
everybody's
like
like,
4:30 this morning, and I was
I don't
like,
know
"Oh
how
my
you
gosh,
did that
I
because I
need
was
to
like, I have to go to
bed."
bed because there's the people from like Australia and like on the other side of the world, so it's
Yeah.
daytime for them, and so
Yeah.
they can keep the conversation going. So it's kind of nice to have conversation going all the time. But I was
Yeah.
like, I can't find the where I stopped, and what I missed. So I'm just gonna start from the bottom.
Yeah. I go up maybe like, 3 or 4 swipes,
Yeah,
just kind of see if I can kind of gather. But other than that, yeah, I can't, like, I can't keep
yeah.
up with it. It's crazy. But if y'all don't know about it, please go there. It's called the Wild Ones Discord. Evan Moore, who is Evan's best friend, who runs all of his socials, Evan Moore on TikTok and on Instagram, and then he also runs Evan Adams Instagram, the like behind the scenes content and the exclusive content. So if you're wondering who's posting all that, that would be him. But uh he also is the one that did the Discord, and he'll pop in there like I don't know, he's popped in there like 3 times now, yeah, since we've started that
I
Discord.
think so. He did like a small little Q&A.
Yeah, he did a
I
small
think it was
Q&A.
yesterday.
Yeah. So I mean, it's I can be honest with all of y'all and say that like Evan Adams does not come on the socials. So don't be expected to talk to him. You'll more than likely talk to Evan Moore. But that doesn't mean that Evan Moore doesn't tell Evan Adams anything. So, you know, who knows what he'll tell him. We don't. We just keep going.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, oh, well, I hope that doesn't make it back to Evan Adams. Like, I should have just censored myself a little more, maybe.
I know.
I thought of
Sometimes
that
I forget too.
yesterday after we were having a conversation of, we were talking about like characters of like how Daniel Radcliffe is always going to be Harry Potter,
Yes.
and Jim Parsons is always going to be Sheldon.
Okay, well, now we are going to segue into just a little bit about Evan, which everyone probably knows quite a bit. But for those who don't, I'll just go over some like basics. He was born on April 9th, which his birthday's coming up pretty soon, so that's exciting. And there's something in the works, so maybe Carol will talk about that later. But born in 2002, and he's from Connecticut. And if you don't follow him from before, he took a bus, and they renovated a bus, him and a bunch of friends, and they drove out to the West Coast on their bus, which Evan Moore is included in that group. And they have a vlog series on YouTube. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. It's a lot of fun to watch. But they drove all the way out here I say here because I'm from the West Coast, but they drove all the way to the West Coast and, had a lot of fun adventures. And so that's kind of cool. And I'm trying to think, Evan Moore mentioned, I think in the Discord, because someone asked, how long has Evan Adams been wanting to be an actor? And Evan Moore said as long as he can remember. And he's known Evan Adams for forever, like 2nd grade, right, Kara? I think.
Yeah.
A long time. So that's very exciting. He got to make his way out to the West Coast and start living out his dream, which is amazing. So he's out here. He's a very private person, which I think is good. I'm glad he's able to set those boundaries. And for the most part, it seems like everybody's very respectful of that. And we would like to keep that up. So he's pretty private. He doesn't get on the social medias, and he has a flip phone, apparently, where,
Yes.
so he likes his flip phone, so that I guess you're not tempted to look at all the other stuff out there. You can't do it on flip phone. But, so he's very private, but he does have a fiance and a baby, and she's about 1 year old.
Years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, again, that's kind of all we know. And we're going to leave that at that and let them have their privacy. But, that's exciting. So he's a family man. He's always very busy. So he shoots pretty much all the time, and then, goes home and then gets up and does it again. And I don't know how he does it. I mean, well, he's younger than me, so I don't have the energy that he has. But so he's a family man, and also just it seems like a very good friend. And Evan Moore speaks very highly of him, which I think says a lot when you have a friend that you've known for that long and you're still like kind of like a ride or die, like they're just still together all the time, and they just their friendship is so cool. I think that's amazing. Like just the way that
it's really rare to have friends for that long.
Yes.
Like they usually don't last that long.
No, especially and especially when I feel like you have like big life changes like that, like going into acting or Hollywood or like big industries like that, I feel like probably would change things a lot. Yeah. And so that's cool that Evan Moore still gets to go with him and be a part of that and be, they can continue that friendship, which I think is awesome. So
yeah. Well, and I think it's cool that like, he has somebody that has known him that long and can, filter through all of the fans and all of the things that would entail being who Evan is at this point with his with his fame. And so I feel like, it's, I know from experience, like it's easier to have somebody, that you can trust like that than, just hiring somebody random off the street and being like, oh yeah, you have all the experience, but I don't really know you as a person. And you know what I mean? Like that.
Like that trust isn't there. You have the trust
exactly.
for sure. So
yeah. It makes it easier because then you also, because, being in that world, is like I don't know the acting world. I know the musician world, and that one it's hard when you become famous, and it's like this like there's so much that you're responsible for, and so much that you're like managing all at the same time, not just you and your music and your whatever. Like for Evan it would be movies and directors and co-stars, and I mean the list goes on with him, right? Not just his fiance and his daughter and himself and his friends and his family, like now he's got 400,000 other people, and so I think it's cool that he's got somebody like that, where Evan Moore is just like very ride or die, and like, okay, like I'll just take it over and help you. And and it's cool, I think, to your point of them coming out and being so supportive of him coming out here in that bus and making it like a serious, life-changing, awesome experience of even just the coming out. And because most people would just be like, I'm just gonna drive across the country and make it happen, um but like for him it was like a whole thing, and to have friends like that you've known your whole life, like that's awesome.
That's so cool. It's like such a cool story to tell. Like,
it
how
really
did you get
is.
into acting or into Hollywood? Well, and it starts with that. That's like so cool. But
what she didn't mention too about the vlogs and stuff is it's go_tour or go tour. Anybody? It's either go_tour or go tour on YouTube. So I'll link that too, actually, and you can watch all the vlogs. They're hours long of that, and it is actually so much fun to watch because they're such cool guys and how they like interact. And Evan, I mean, I think I should sit down and figure out how many times that dude flips off of everything. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's another thing I was going to add, just as like the introduction to Evan. He obviously acts, like we all know he's a great actor and he's very talented in that department, but he also sings. He also does flips. So I'm assuming background like the gymnastics things and swimming. He's a very good swimmer. He's done a couple,
he's actually considered an expert competitive diver.
Yeah, so like swimming, which it's kind of fun that he gets to use these things in some of his roles, I think. Because like who else can do flips like that? Nobody I've seen. Like he's the only one out there doing the flips.
So true.
So like, along with just obviously great acting talent and he's in shape, he can do all of those physical things that he's really good at. And so, he's got lots of other talents as well. And the music, like, I love his singing voice too. That's so good. So
I told Evan Moore, and in the Discord we were talking about like, if he's gonna release an album or whatever, and I was like, man, he said it's possible, which maybe, but like,
I mean, that gave me like this much
hope.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold on to this little
or
sliver
it's like
of hope.
wanting more.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, and then like hopefully Evan Moore will go back and be like, hey, so seems like there's a lot of interest in you creating an album. That would be great.
That'd be fantastic.
It would be wildly successful. So
100%. I do not even doubt that for a second.
Yeah, it would be so good. So
it'd be great.
Yeah, but
the same reaction as Noah.
Yeah. Like, okay. His music, I love. Yeah. I'm like, come on, you could release one or two. Start with one or two. That's fine, and then you can move on to like the album later. I know you're busy. I
messaged him and told him, I was like, we need more, bro. We need you to do more. Like,
yes, please.
I need more music from you.
Yeah. Oh, we
not everybody else. I do.
Yeah. Just Kara needs some new music from you. That would be great.
Yeah. I might share.
But so off on the tangent of all the other talents, but so he came out here, started. So I think now I'm drawing a blank because I totally went off topic. Reed's Point, and then Wrong Valentine kind of started with those, I think, right?
Yes.
Wrong Valentine was his very first one.
Okay. Yeah. And then he kind of branched out into the world of verticals, which is like a whole I don't even know how to describe it. It's like this whole world that's huge now.
Yeah.
And if you go down the rabbit hole, you'll spend forever down there. And like literally there's like nothing and they're coming out with all the new ones all the time. So there's really literally like, you're never running out of verticals.
Yeah.
Which seems like it's a great way for these young actors to get into the industry and show their talents. Cause like, yes, like I'll fully admit some of them and the scripts and the act, like it's cheesy, but it's supposed to be like, they're supposed to be like that. And, I actually think it shows some versatility if they can do that. Right? Like if they can act it well and you're not like, that's totally cringy, I'm not going to watch it. And you're still watching, like they could do that well. I think that's talented because I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah. 100%.
And so, so he's branched out now into the vertical world, which I think is kind of where his traction started.
Yeah.
And he just really, the fan base kind of really took off and people are like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And what is he doing? And where can I find all of his movies?
And
that's not my expertise, but Patricia does know about all of the places you can find Evan.
So his very first one, which is The Wrong Valentine, that one came out in 21. And that one you can find on Tubi. It used to be on somewhere else, but now it's not on there. So now it's just strictly on Tubi.
Yeah, it used to be on Amazon and it's not anymore.
Oh.
Was it on Amazon? I don't remember. Reed's Point is on Prime Video though. That one is still on there as of today. And then there goes I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other apps. Like on Real Short, there's Summer's Situationship, the Stepbrother one, Baby Daddy Goals, Camp Counselor, Senator's Son, Kissed, and then on Pocket FM, that's on TikTok. So there's the Pocket FM audio series, and then the My Pocket FM. That one has the My Vampire System and Mated by the Alpha. But that only has now the first, I think it's like 15, 16 minutes of it, and then it goes straight into an audio. It's no longer on the Pocket FM app. I can't remember when they took it off, but it is under like 2, 3 other different names. Mated by the Cursed Alpha and Chosen by Fate, Rejected by the Alpha, which you'll be able to find on Pocket FM under Chosen by Fate. But there are like 2 to 3 other remakes of the same title. So you have to scroll very far because it came out in 2024. So it's a bit of a scroll for those two. And then on Shorts, it's only Dear Stranger. On Playlit, there's the Hot Gardener's Seduction and then the Young Mafia Boss. Drama Wave has Lap by Lap. But that one's also on YouTube. There's a few of these that are on YouTube, like the whole complete. On Drama Box, that one has Ruined Me, Pucked, Wild Ride, and Wrong Brother. The ones that you cannot find is obviously Go Getters, because that was a concept like 2 of a kind. And after they filmed it, it was never released. No one knows what happened with it. So, yeah, that's a bummer. And then The Lonely Dog was actually an educational video, so only schools can get it. So those are the main 2 that you cannot find. So unless you're part of a school, then you'll be able to find The Lonely Dog, but no. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, if you guys are wondering where they are, that's where he's at and where they're found. That's the great list of what we've been able to find and where they're at. So be sure to check all of them out. And some of them are on YouTube, but be sure you're like scrolling to the end, because sometimes it'll have like the beginning of the movie and then it'll show something completely different. So just be sure that you're like scrolling the end of it to make sure that like the end of it has the video. Because you'll just waste all your time watching it and it won't
And
even
you
be
don't
the
get
movie.
to see the ending.
Yeah. So just be aware of that. You have to kind of scroll through it. But I did want to go over for the TikTok. We do a live every Friday. So I host the live, and these lovely ladies are moderators for the live. And we talk about anything that's like happened that week, or I don't know, ladies. Everything.
Updates on what he's
Updates.
doing and what's
Yeah.
coming out. Yeah.
What's coming out. If Evan Moore is given any information, we talk about stuff that's like been in the Discord. I mean, I try to keep it to an hour, and so far, in the ones we've done, it is not anywhere close to that. It has stayed
I think the last one was like, what, 3
2.5
hours?
hours. One of them went almost 3.5 hours. So it's a hoot. It's lots of fun, and we talk about everything in there, and I do it to be able to just kind of make sure everybody knows that they're connected and that, I'm a real person. And that if there's questions, or if you're a new fan and there's things you want to know in the moment, like these guys are really great about answering questions as well. So we try to keep up with everything that's going on, so we do have all of that information to give out. And I also try very hard on all of the socials to be able to give all of the information as well, to keep up with whatever's new and exciting and going on. So so if you ever have time at 7 o'clock on the West Coast to be able to which is PST, Pacific Standard Time, to join us, please do, because it's so much fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot. And so there's that. I wanted to kind of announce just two like things that we're doing as far as the birthday goes that Destiny was mentioning. So Evan's birthday is April 9th. And as far as I am aware, he's never had anything like made for him for his birthday, as far as fans go. So I decided that I wanted to do a video for him, and I am gonna put it together and make it all into one, and hopefully it's not gonna be 1,000,000 minutes long because I'll actually watch it. But I want to get as many fans as I can into that. So what I'm doing is I'm asking for a 30-second video that just has the name, where you're from, and happy birthday, Evan. And if he's changed your life, or something nice you want to say, that's totally fine. If you don't feel comfortable being on camera, then please send like a message, like a written out, and I'm going to take all those and transfer them into a background, and for each person, and it'll have your handle, and unless you want your name, and I'm going to do that for that. So you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. As far as people talking about sending like drawings and pictures and things like that, you can, but I'm going to be very selective if it's like a lot of things, just because I want to make sure it's enough that everybody can get into it. I'm also going to, in between all these videos and things, I'm going to add like people from different countries, and make sure that he can see the list of people that are in different countries, where they've come from. And so there's that as well, which is what I'm also asking on all of our socials, is like, tell me where you're from. So you'll see two different posts that they're pinned at the top of all the socials of asking both those things. Please feel free to send them in. If you're going to send in the videos or the video and the comments and stuff, or the messages, do not put it in the comments. Please, please DM me so that we don't get flooded with all that. It is not his birthday today. It is in April. So please do it there. DM me so that I can put all that stuff together for him. And then I will send it to Evan Moore, and I will also post it on all the socials and in the Discord. So that's the plan for that. So we would love to have everybody participate. I really want to get as many people as I can, as many fans as I can, to participate in that. So tell your friends, thing I wanted to talk about was what's coming up. So graciously, Evan Moore has told us what's coming up, but I also knew a few things too. Everybody is asking about the Solus. I did speak to the people from the Solus, and they said that they are releasing it to like festivals and things, and then it'll be released to public soon. So we just have to wait for it to kind of do its indie thing, and then it'll be available to all of us. Unless they change it, then there's that. One Wicked Night. A lot of people have messaged me about when that's coming out and all that stuff. It literally just wrapped a week ago. So, after everybody's seen the BTS of him shooting every night for 12 days. So, it has just wrapped. So that means it's in post-production, which means they are now producing it and putting it together and everything. So my guess that won't be ready until possibly summer. Like May, June-ish. And even then, it probably will go in the indie scene as well. So there's that. Let's see. Academy of Lies is coming out on March 31st in less than 10 days. So, that one will be out with Olivia Williams and
Autumn
Noel. Sorry, Autumn, if you hear this. God, man. It has been so hard trying to remember her name. If you don't know who either of those actresses are, Autumn was the main lead female in The Words with Ben Armstrong, and Olivia Williams was the mean girl in Kissed the Wrong Brother. She was the girl that was mean and to Arya and was like the girlfriend kinda to Ben. So those were those two ladies come from. They've come together with Evan. Yesterday somebody was like, I really want to see that Autumn girl from The Words go be in a movie with Evan, and I was like, you're in luck.
Guess what?
Guess what? It's coming out in 2 weeks.
You won't even have to wait that long.
I know.
It's not like months or something.
So I thought that was hilarious. I was like, is this a joke? Like, no, she was being serious. So yeah, so like, those are the things that are coming out, recently now. He's got 4 verticals that are coming out in the next, few months. He's literally booked all the way until May. So like, we got a lot of content coming from him and a lot of movies and stuff coming from him coming up. So, just keep your eye out on all of his socials and our socials, and, you'll be able to know all of that. 'Cause Evan Moore's pretty good about letting all of us know what's coming up. So, the other project he's doing is I Am Your Driver, and that one is, in post-production, and it doesn't have a release date right now, but I was told it is a feature film and that it will go to more than likely like Cannes, and then it'll come out. So that one also is coming pretty soon. I'm assuming all the post-production ones will probably be near summer-ish. So just keep a lookout for all of that. My like the Evan Adams official fan club socials, I'll have anything that I get will be in there. Evan Moore usually posts a lot of that in the Discord, and some on the Evan Adams official Instagram. So just kind of keep up with that. Those are all the different places you can keep up with like the news, but we'll also keep you informed as we know stuff. And then, for this podcast, like if anybody's wondering like what you're going to see going forward or what you're going to hear going forward, there is so much to talk about. So we have lots of content and lots of things we can talk about. Not only just like his characters themselves, or maybe the co-stars, or maybe like all of the movies. We go through like an episode on just all of the movies. Like there's so much stuff we can do and talk about. And I also really want to go over like some of the reviews and things. Like I've been posting some of that, and I know maybe people are like, why are you doing that? For me, it's more, I want to be able to see the broad spectrum of what people are saying and what people are thinking, and how they feel about his acting. And I think that's important for all of us as fans to know, like, what everybody else is thinking too, not just what we're thinking. So it also highlights some of them and their hard work of like watching all these videos and reviewing them as well. So I think that's important too. So we'll probably give our own reviews of everything and talk about it as well if we do that. But there's just a lot of content that we're able to speak on, and a lot of things. And with Evan being so broad in his diversity of acting, it never ends. So that's where we see this going, and what the three of us are excited to bring to the table of this podcast and have fun. As always, have fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
not
always
Oh
fun.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever One Wicked Night pops up, I'm like, I think we're gonna have to have like a watch party or something because I
Yes.
will need some moral support if I'm
Yes.
gonna make it through that movie. I can
I
tell.
love horror movies.
I
Like,
am not a horror
Patricia,
movie.
you're gonna have to be the one that like
Yeah.
grounds us and
Yeah.
reminds us that it's not
Real.
real life. Everything will be fine because like just from some of the behind the scenes, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, it's not, yeah, okay.
I me too.
I know it's not
Me
real,
too.
but it looks so real.
Yeah, I'm like, I really want
Yeah.
to watch Evan in this because I know he's gonna be so good,
He really is.
but the movie is a horror movie.
Yeah. I know. I'm not. I mean, I was kind of worried about Reed's Point when I watched that. I was like, is this gonna be scary? Is this gonna be
Yeah.
like it was not. But it was definitely like kind of like a thriller, but
Yeah.
nothing like One
Yeah.
Wicked Night. Like
Like the
I feel like
behind
that's
the
gonna be
scenes, he's like covered in blood like all the time, and I'm like,
yes.
man, this guy is. I just know he's gonna go through it in that movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
100%.
I have to be prepared.
Do we think he's the good guy or the bad guy?
Oh, I haven't thought about that.
I haven't either.
I think he might be the
Question.
good guy. But the pictures from their from their shirts that only the actors and the crew and
Yeah.
everybody got,
Yeah.
it seems as though maybe he's the good guy, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I already came up with a storyline in my head that he was the good guy and he's always covered in blood because he's like trying to save people
Yeah.
or like go out.
Yeah.
That's like what I made up because I honestly don't know. I don't know, but that's how I thought about
That's
it.
what we want it to be.
Yes,
I think
he's the hero.
I think that's what we're used to him being as the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he might be the bad guy. There might be a difference.
I mean,
'Cause
there's
if
a
you
good
get
That would
possibility
be
that.
so
just
hard to
save him too
watch.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
like with Noah being the bad guy in the Snoo Reel.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Noah, no, but he played it so well.
I know. Well, I mean, Evan did the wrong brother, right? Or wrong brother, shit.
The Wrong Valentine?
The wrong Valentine. I did it every time. And he did a great job being the villain in that one. Like,
Yeah,
psycho
that's true.
face. You know?
But
so
I think
I feel
because
like
he did that so early on, and then we've seen him in Dear Stranger, Kiss the Wrong Brother, Wild Ride, all these other ones. Like, we don't think of that. We just think of him like this. So having to have him go
like the
back.
verticals are all like capitalizing on like these tropes of like,
yes.
you know, friends to lovers, enemies to blah, blah, you know, like all of these things. And so there's always like this love story component.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, I don't, One Wicked Night is just like a whole different thing. So.
Whole different left field. Yeah. I feel like it's going to be good. I mean, I agree. I think I proposed that a long time ago to do like a
yeah, I think,
like a,
it's a good idea.
like a, what do you call that again? What is that?
A watch party.
Watch party.
Yes.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that moral support too, because
which we could do on Discord when it comes out, if it's available.
Yes.
Like, we could do it on Discord. So
yeah, I feel like that would be amazing. Yeah. So yeah, join the Discord because I think we'll try and talk Evan more into that. But yeah, like I feel like I'm gonna need support because I'm not good at that stuff. I'm way too sensitive.
So bad. Yeah,
you know,
me too.
I get upset when he gets beat up, like in Dear Stranger. Like
that was so hard.
Keeps popping up for me, and I'm like, I don't want to keep seeing him get beat up.
I know. Every time I'm like, can we not? Can we?
I know.
Because he
just
get over
it and just be like,
again, he's such a good actor. It's like so realistic, and I'm like, I don't want to see that.
I know that. I was surprised when I watched Senator Son. I was like,
oh yeah,
whoa,
yeah.
Wait a minute. So it was a surprise for me. I definitely like. I can't handle it. I can't handle him being beat up. I'm too much of him being the protector and the.
I know. I like that.
You know.
A lot.
So I get really emotional when I'm like, don't do it. But you're right. That one scene of him getting beat up in Dear Stranger comes up all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see this one anymore.
Yeah. Give me the other one.
My heart can't do it. So, but anyway, guys, we're excited to start this. We're excited to come along, you guys to come along the journey of our favorite actor. And, always feel free to have comments. And if you want us to discuss anything or have questions, please let us know. You can always just also DM the fan club socials. Yeah, I'm excited to do this, guys. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It'll be
Very.
fun. It's gonna be so much fun.
fun.
So look forward to the rest of them. We got lots of episodes coming up. They'll come out every Monday on here on YouTube, and then also the video, and then also I will have it on platforms so that you can listen to the audio, like Spotify and stuff like that. So look forward to that. Ladies, I think that's our time.
Yes, thank you. It
Yep.
was fun.
Yep. All righty.